It was a cold, rainy afternoon in Vancouver when Ethan, a local plumber, got a last-minute call from a woman named Claire. Her kitchen sink had stopped working, and she sounded nervous on the phone, as if she didn't want to bother him. When he arrived, he noticed something unusual the moment she opened the door. Her smile was polite, but her eyes, red, puffy, and glistening, told a completely different story. He paused before stepping inside and asked gently, "Are you okay?" She quickly looked away and replied, "I'm fine." But something in her trembling voice didn't match her words. Ethan knelt by the sink, his tools clinking softly, but his mind was still on her face. After a moment, he asked quietly, "Then why are your eyes swollen from crying?" Claire froze, her hands tightening around the mug she was holding. For a few seconds, she didn't answer, only staring at the floor as if debating whether to speak. Then she exhaled shakily and whispered, "I just lost my job this morning, and the rent is due next week. My little boy's birthday is coming up, and I don't even have enough to get him a cake." She tried to laugh it off, but her voice cracked in the middle. "I'm sorry. You didn't come here to hear my problems." Ethan set down his wrench and leaned against the counter. "You don't have to apologize for being human," he said softly. "We've all had days when everything falls apart." His voice was warm, the kind that makes you believe it's okay to let your guard down. Claire's shoulders loosened, and for the first time, she looked him in the eyes. There was no pity there, only understanding. As Ethan worked on the sink, they talked. She told him about moving to Vancouver after her husband left, about working 2 jobs just to stay afloat, and about how today's news felt like the final blow. Ethan listened without rushing her, occasionally nodding, occasionally sharing small pieces of his own life. How he'd once been in a similar place after losing his father and almost losing his business. When the sink was fixed, Ethan didn't pack up immediately. Instead, he reached into his bag and pulled out a small envelope. "This isn't from a plumber," he said, sliding it across the counter. Claire frowned and opened it to find a gift card for a local grocery store and a folded note. "Enough for a cake, a little extra for your boy's birthday, and maybe something for yourself," the note read. Her eyes filled again, but this time it wasn't from pain. "I can't take this," she whispered. "Yes, you can," Ethan replied. "Someone helped me when I needed it. I'm just passing it on." A week later, Ethan received a small, brightly decorated envelope in the mail. Inside was a photo of a grinning little boy with chocolate icing on his cheeks, holding a balloon, and a short message in Claire's handwriting. "You didn't just fix my sink. You reminded me that kindness still exists." Ethan smiled to himself, tucking the photo into his toolbox. The next time someone told him they were fine, he knew he'd still ask the same question, because sometimes that question is the first step towards saving someone's day. If you want, I can also give you a second extended version of this story that runs longer, but still fits a 4 to 5 minute video flow. It would allow for more emotional build-up and viewer connection. Would you like me to make that?